Welcome to POW Talk with Bishop Womack-El, better known as POW, your professor of wellness. A world-class naturopathic holistic scientist and herbalist who's been improving people's lives for over 40 years through God's divine word. POW will share life-changing principles for your health and wealth, covering a cornucopia of subjects on holistic living that will refresh, encourage, and guide you towards a higher zone of living. It's time for you to be, do, and have all that the Creator originally intended for you. So let's get up, over the top with your most trusted name in holistic living. Life coach, speaker, and author, the prophet of wellness, Bishop Womack-El.
Well, blessings. This is your pal, your prophet of wellness, Bishop Womack-El, and I'm very excited today. And thank you for joining me on this another podcast of POW Talk. I want to talk about briefly today. It's time for a cleanse. It's time for a cleanse. You might say, what? It's time for, are you telling me I haven't taken a bath? Or are you telling me I haven't taken a shower? Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. I hope you have, but maybe you haven't as well. Maybe you haven't on the inside actually have not taken a bath. I'm talking about on the inside of your body, or maybe you haven't showered on the inside of your body. You might say, well, how is that even possible to actually do that? Well, that's why I'm glad you are here at POW Talk, because I'm going to begin to deliver some principles and a teaching to you. That's going to be brief, but it's going to help you to understand, because this is the time in the season of spring. And there are three things that you need to consider during the time of spring. And when I'm talking about consider, I'm talking about considering cleansing. And that is, number one, your home. There should be a cleansing going on in your home. There should be a cleansing going on, number two, in your head. And there should be a cleansing also, number three, in your heart. That's right. Every spring, you want to make sure you clean out your home, your head, and your heart. Now, I'm going to start off with your home. And I'm not even talking about where you lay your head, your home, whether it's your apartment, your house, your condo, not talking about that. I'm talking about the home where you as an individual actually reside and live, your physical body first. That's your home first. And then, yes, it's true, you need to go even outside of the body and start dealing with your environment, from your attic to your bedroom, your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement, your garage. And there's a lot of things that you have, a lot of clutter that you need to get rid of. But we'll talk and save that for another day, because your environment actually affects your health and your awareness and how you function in life. But let's deal with the home that you carry around with you, which is your physical body. Actually, your body is God's habitation, transportation, and communication for you to be, do, and have all that the Creator wants you to be, do, and have. Now, here's the challenge that we have, and why we need to recognize that it's time for a cleanse for your home. And yes, we're going to deal with the head as well, because you got a lot of clutter in the head, a lot of stinking thinking. You need to check up from the neck up. And you need to eliminate negative thoughts that dominate how you function and how you think. And then we need to talk about your heart later as well, because there are a lot of things in your heart you need to actually get rid of and eliminate out of your heart. But let's deal with something that's much more easier right now. The home of your body, even the habitation that you carry around. See, everyone retains too much waste and too much toxicity. This is a toxic world that we live in. Oh, we could talk about toxic relationships, but let's deal with just the body that every day just accumulates toxins from the outside. The largest organ of the body, the skin, we attract all types of dust and dirt and electromagnetic radiation, and then we put stuff in the body. Too many refined carbohydrates, sugary foods. Come on, y'all know what I'm talking about. Dyes, additives, preservatives, food coloring, chemicals, and then even pharmaceuticals, which actually have all different types of toxic side effects that can affect the kidneys, the liver, the gallbladder, the spleen, etc., etc. So everyone retains too much waste. And I mean everyone, even the most healthiest person on the planet. And let's start with this, because this is where disease and death actually starts. In a colon. The colon. A sluggish colon can cause almost endless amounts of seemingly unrelated symptoms and problems. And you'll find that the average American, hear me, folks, the average American stores 10 to 12 pounds of fecal matter or fecal waste in their colon alone, which is unhealthy. And there's certain areas that people who know about meridians and know about acupuncture, there's certain areas of the colon that correlate to certain organs of the body, such as there's a certain area of the colon. I wish we had something that you can view so I can actually show you. There's certain areas. You have what's called ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, the sigmoid, etc., ileocecal valve. A lot of these areas of the colon represent certain areas of the body, such as the eye, the brain, the heart, the kidneys, etc. And people who are well groomed in naturopathy as well as homeopathy and acupuncture and Chinese medicine, they've been knowing this for years, that if we can clean that area out where there is some slush, cellular debris, toxicity, the person would begin to get some relief and then would begin to heal. See, a lot of you have blockers in areas of your colon. Now, I'm telling you, think about what I just said earlier, that the average American stores 10 to 12 pounds of fecal matter in their colon. That is unhealthy. And you got to get the waste out. And there are some powerful remedies that God has actually provided for us. Nature has a remedy. God has a cure for everything. And there are powerful herbal tinctures and leaves and even some vegetables and fruits that actually help to assist to be a powerful unblocker, such as curacao. There's curacao aloe leaf or Cape aloe leaf. Or you can combine curacao and Cape aloe leaf, which is one of the most potent, effective bowel cleansing herbs around. When the phytochemicals in aloe just come in contact with the surface of the bowel, it causes immediate contractions, or you have what is called the peristotal. Muscular contractions actually take place when you put this aloe into your body, which actually starts a cleansing process. And then something else that's so great is dandelion. Now, it's the same dandelion that grows on your grass, but I don't recommend, because you might have sprayed chemicals on your lawn. So you don't want to do that, but it's the same thing you can actually get from an herbal store or a supermarket, and go buy dandelion greens and then get the herbal extract. I have some that I've been using every day, and instead of a cup of coffee, y'all, this actually tastes like coffee, smell like coffee. Get some granular dandelion, roasted dandelion, or get dandelion greens and make yourself a pot of greens or a pot of soup and start eating that. And what that does, that opens up the portal ducts of the liver and begin to eliminate toxicity out of the liver. The largest, well, not the largest, but the second largest, because the largest detoxifying organ of the body is your skin. The second is your liver. And actually, your liver is really a stronger detoxifier than the skin. The skin actually helps with all of the pores, even through the power and the gift of sweat. That's a whole nother thing. That's like a sauna and a baptism combined that actually eliminates through the sweat toxicity. But the liver is so powerful as a detoxifier, and the liver is so magnificent that it takes so much abuse that if you assist it with certain remedies that God provided, such as the dandelion, okay, and if you basically have a lawn that you never spray, insecticides, herbicides, you can actually take that, but you got to make sure, in 5, 6, 7 years, you haven't sprayed anything on your lawn, because it's the same thing. It's actually dandelion that grows in the grass, and the bitter effect of the dandelion actually opens up the portal ducts and begins to release toxins. See, and there's a very reliable stool softener that is so powerful, and a really good bowel cleanser that's good for the spring as well. It's called the senna leaf. The senna leaf, and there's also what is called the pod stimulator. Okay, and this is so powerful because it allows more water to remain in the stool rather than be just going back into the body, being absorbed back into the body. This makes an easier, softer, faster bowel movement. A lot of people don't like this because it gripes, and it only gripes because you are full of it. You have too much. It's doing too much work with water in your system, and it's just cleaning you up. Now, there's a way to actually minimize the griping, is to include 2 herbs as a tea, which is ginger and peppermint. If you take some ginger, you peppermint, and you combine that together, make that a nice herbal tea as you're actually doing senna, it actually eliminates a lot of that griping. But if you don't, most likely, if you're full of it and you got a lot of toxicity, bad diet, a lot of white flour products you've been consuming, sugar products you've been consuming, most likely you're going to feel this when it begins to go to work. Now, little else in nature provides such a swift release and reliable results, such as this one, Cascara sagrada. Cascara sagrada, y'all, that stimulates the bowels' natural rhythmic contractions, more commonly known as peristalsis, okay? And it also tones the muscles, the wall. It's good to take herbs that tonify as well. And then it helps to exercise the bowel muscle because a lot of times people have this saggy type of gut. And I'm going to talk about that probably the next podcast, because you just have accumulation of waste that actually turns to body fat and waste. So all is not just toxicity. Some have actually converted to waste, and that converted to body fat because it doesn't know where to run. So we just have all these reservoirs, these unnecessary reservoirs of accumulation of body fat that once was waste, but it didn't know where to go because of blockages. So you need these particular unblockers that I just shared with you to kind of move things along. Now, I have a product that I've been using for years that I put together myself called Temple Inner Cleanser, or some people don't, if you don't like that, because those are granules in a powder, people don't like the taste, but it is so powerful. Temple Inner Cleanser. Then the other one that's in capsule form, so you don't taste it, is Holy Movement. And there are about 17 different herbs that are blended together it has a synergy and a vibration of voltage that will actually help you where you don't feel all this cramping and feeling miserable, and then you have even control where you don't, you're not running, just running to find a bathroom, etc. It'll give you clues and give you a hint that you got yourself a 10-15 minute window. Find yourself a bathroom and start to get rid of the waste. Get it out, get it out, get it out. Well, folks, that's all I'm going to talk about today. I'm Bishop Womack-El, the original and still the best when it comes to your holistic health and your holistic healing. And thank you for joining me on POW Talk. Please share this podcast with everyone, your friends as well as your enemies, because your enemies won't be your enemies no more when you give them this kind of information. I'm Bishop Womack-El saying I see you until next time. Going one place, and that's up, 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 and over the top. God bless you.
Thank you for listening to POW Talk. If you enjoyed this podcast and would like to learn more about the benefits of holistic health to reach a higher zone of living, go to our website, www.bishopwomack.com, and be sure to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on new episodes. Until next time, remember, there's only one place to go. Up, 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 and over the top.